How much is a haircut? I'm going to find out today because I am going for a haircut in Vietnam with my non-la. Let's go and have a look, eh? This is one of my monthly little adventures, I suppose. Now, what I like to do is I like to use the same hairdresser all the time, but seeing I'm incapacitated with that there, and I can't ride my motorbike, which is just over there, I have to go to another hot top hairdresser. So today we're going to go across the river and we're going to go into the village of Dai Phuc. So I suppose one thing I really like about Vietnam is that the hairdresser and your time at the hairdresser is not a chore like it used to be in my home country. I really go there and I just sit, chill, relax, and I'll get a lot more done than what I do in Australia, and you'll see that as we're coming up. But it's more of a, what I would do going to the bar or something like that in Australia, in my home country. The hot top is kind of like a similar experience for me here. So I just go, sit down, explain what I want, which is sometimes difficult because of the language barrier. But most of the time, it always seems to work out okay, I have fun. So we're just about to jump on the ferry, go across the river, and then we have about probably a 1 kilometre walk up to the hot top. I love this ferry. It's really pretty. It's always a good experience. I feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, but you're only, 10 k's from the middle of Ho Chi Minh City. And here comes the ferry. Wonderfully old and a bit traditional, huh? Oh, up we get. Thanks, hon. Nah, chua. Go day. Ciao. He's very interested in my motorbike injury, so he asks me every time I get on, are you better yet? He's a good fella. So now we're crossing the river. Just a wonderful view of what is the real Vietnam, just outside of Ho Chi Minh City, but it is something special. This one is the Dom Nai River. The river separates about 8 kilometres down. One is the Saigon River, and the other one is the Dom Nai, and there are other ones as well. It's a whole tributary system. I hate saying that word, tributary. It's a difficult word to say. Driver he works almost 24 hours a day, that fella. And there's no one travelling. He lays in his hammock, and then when someone calls him, he gets on the boat and comes and takes them across the river from the housing development into Dai Phuc, where we're going today. Look at that sky, just the most beautiful. It is very, very hot, but it is just the most beautiful day out and about today. I hate this part. With my broken collarbone, I don't have the same balance. And when you come into dock and you got to get off the boat, it's very rickety, it's very unbalanced, and as you can see, the wharf is all made up of leftovers, and it's quite scary. Beautiful fisherman there. Just doing his thing, grabbing his fish. This is actually where they live, just off to the left-hand side. That's where their houses are. And they also have a bike park in there. If you want to take your motorbike in, park it there and then go across the Swan back. Here we go, we're walking up to Hot Top. So I just said I'll pay him on the way back. That was the ferry. That's pretty cool, eh? So this is the local housing area that I walk through. Full of dogs and barking animals. It's all for when I take my dog across the river and she has to walk down there. All these dogs come out and try to attack her.
Chào anh. Hôm nay nắng quá.
Always good to talk to the locals. Yes, this is a very well-developed working class area. These small, they call them hems. They call it hem, H-E-M. Basically it's an alleyway or a lane, and this is what people live in. They don't need roads wide enough for cars, so they just have these small roads that are basically for motorbikes only, just like that fella there. What is that up in there? It looks like something's growing and then stopped growing in the cables. That's actually the internet cables. Local high school, very basic one, very small one. But yeah, it looks like it's quite well put together. See the kids coming home from school there when I go over during the week. I'm here on a Saturday, so no one is there today.
So down here, they could be setting up for a funeral, maybe. Heard that my sister-in-law's uncle died this morning too. Ciao, Jay.
Oh, hello.
Shut up.
Bloody dogs.
It's either a funeral or a wedding. I'd say it's probably, it could be a wedding. Could be.
Only reason I say that there will be a wedding there the next day, look, see the roof there? That netting, that's usually the cover for a wedding. So they'll have it on the street, actually, for the poorer people. They actually just set up a tent and they'll have the wedding in the hem, close the hem off, and people will have to go around for a few hours until it's finished.
Cafe Mendy, which is take home. Well, I'm a bit familiar with this particular street, but it's great just walking down these back streets, you know, and seeing what local people do, how they live. This is actually quite well off for a low class area, you know, like a working class area. These houses are quite significant, I suppose, if you want to put them that way. This is the main road to Boom Tower, across Catlow Ferry. So people go heading south towards the ocean will use this road. Also, it's the probably the main road for motorbikes to the factory area of Nonchak. They can get pretty busy. This morning it's very hot, approaching lunchtime, Saturday morning. The traffic's quite mild, thank God. All I've got to hope is that there's not too many people at the hot top when I get there, because you don't make appointments here, it's all walking. It's 13 years I've lived here and I've never made an appointment once. I did have almost like a girlfriend that was cutting her hair at one stage, and I used to message her saying I was coming down. That's as close to an appointment. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, the kids inside playing. Most of them open like 6-7 days a week. They're pretty active. Parents work different here. I love this cafe. Inside this cafe, I'll show you a picture later. Beautiful. Beautiful wall with all these album covers on it. Just great. One of my favourites is bun uat. It's a cold noodles with fish sauce on top. Beautiful. Be very careful where you walk. You look at the road here. Those things here with the steel coming out, that's the drain. So the drain sits underneath that. They often break, as you can see, grease all over them. Not as bad as a place like Bali, but so you got to be very careful when you're walking on them, because you can tread at the wrong spot. They can move, they can crack. Some are broken, like this one here, you know. So you got to be very, very careful. Almost at the hot top now. Sugar lady, shit. Ciao, Em. Got no idea who she is. It doesn't matter. Hey man, how are ya? That's my chicken boy. Sells chickens down the road.
Hello.
Ciao, Chi. Well, Jay and I is another one of my favourites. Just beautiful, eh? There it is down there. cold noodles, hot soup with barbecue with pork inside it and shit like that.
You sure it was?
Chào em. Cái top á. It's not.
Actually walked into the wrong one. The one I was actually going to walk into was about another 50 metres up the road, but it ended up being a good place. The boy cut the hair really good and the girl did the other services exceptionally well. Inside was very clean, and the air conditioner was on and it was quite cool. Easy to relax. The boy was exceptionally shy, so he didn't want to speak Vietnamese to me at all. I like to give them the confidence to be able to communicate with me, but in this case, I just let the boy go because he did a good job and I just needed to relax. So for them not to talk to me gave me more time to relax and just take it easy and let them, you know, clean me up. I actually forgot to take my glasses off. The boy reminded me. Didn't take long. He must have cut my hair in about 8 minutes. It was really, really good. He did a great job. Because of the heat, I get it cut really, really short. And this time I didn't get a colour in my hair. Colour is an extra 160,000.
Yeah, tôi tay nhanh xay mai á. Không hiểu.
My Vietnamese skills at work. This girl was also very shy, but once she worked out that, you know, I could say basic stuff in Vietnamese, she was a lot more relaxed. I think I must have been her first ever foreign customer. Because in this area of Day Phuoc, I've never seen a foreigner. Literally never seen a foreigner, so I could quite well be the first ever foreigner that she's ever serviced. It's pretty special, and you know, to give them the confidence to be able to communicate in their own way, because communication is more than just the language. Communication is confidence, it's body language and the like. And so, you know, to give her the confidence to be able to communicate with me, we'll set her on a pathway to being able to talk to other foreigners if they happen to come in the future in some way. She was very good at shaving my face, I must say. I don't think I've had a shave quite as good for some time. It was exceptionally good. In particular, this one of the big problems with getting a shave in Vietnam is that some of them actually use blades that are not very sharp and they go blunt very, very quick because they're so cheap. Whatever the blade was that she used was exceptionally sharp, and it did the job. It really cleaned my face, took all the hair off my face, and it was a very clean shave. I must congratulate the girl on a great job. And then comes the Ray Tai. So Tai is ear. I don't know what Ray means actually, but oh, it's the wax inside. My wife just told me. There you go. My wife is watching me record this video. So yeah, it's the wax inside, and the idea is they cut out all the hairs and they pick out all the wax, and it's surprisingly refreshing. There is sometimes a little bit of discomfort, a bit like getting a tattoo, I say. It's intense. Sometimes there's a little bit of discomfort, but it's an amazing feeling. And I get this done about every 2 weeks, you know. It costs almost nothing. I think, you know, somewhere between let's say $2 to $3, and some of them, the good ones, they can take 45 minutes to an hour to do both ears, and if they do the job properly. And this girl certainly did the job properly. There is no doubt that I will choose to go back to this place again because it looked like it was a family. The mum, you can see the mum walking around there in the background. She'll show up here soon. She's wearing a yellow dress. Clearly, mum and that's the daughter, the girl who's servicing me. And I'm not sure if that boy is the son or not, but it looks like it's a family affair. You can't see it because it's off camera, but their house is actually at the back of this, the back of the salon. So I assume that they all lived there as well as working there, and they did a good job. You know, sometimes you can get bad ones, and sometimes you can get good ones. I certainly struck it lucky today by walking into the wrong place, because this was a grade 1 service and totally worth everything I paid for it. The tradition of Ray Tai, or e-wax cleaning, goes all the way back to the Chinese, basically all across Asia, India, Bangladesh, the like. They have some form of this as a service, whether it be on the street or in a salon or something like that. But it's very, very common right across Asia, in many, many countries across Asia. And look, some people say it's dangerous. I don't. I've been getting it done for 13 years, and I've had 1 ear infection in 13 years, and there was no evidence to say it was related to Ray Tai. I just got an ear infection because I think it was the wet season, and I picked up an ear infection, you know. Could have been from anything. Could have been from my headphones, because I was running at the time. And I used to wear those earphones that you would stick inside your ear for running, and could have been a germ on one of those, you know, so I can't blame Ray Tai for it, because there's no evidence to suggest it. Very relaxing. I just let my mind go away, and I just let it happen. You know, she did the job, and she deserves every bit of the tip and some that I gave her. It's very important to give a tip when you go into these places. They're very, very cheap. You know, this particular service cost me $110,000, which is somewhere around $7 Australian. And, you know, I make a promise or a policy of always tipping, you know, almost to the double of what it costs. So today I gave the girl $200. It cost $110, and that was very, very reasonable, you know. And she totally deserved everything that she got. Normally I would do that, make sure at least $100 goes on top of the service. That's $5 or so Australian, and especially if it's good. And just let the people know that I appreciate the service that they offer, and give them some reward. I'm all finished. Time to go and have lunch. I asked her how much, and she said, "Chum moi, 110." I went, "Are you serious for that? It's bloody ridiculous." So yeah, I was quite happy to give her 200. All right, grabbed my camera. A bit more Vietnamese to say yes. I told them to practice their English.
See you again. Bye-bye.
Practice your English for the next time I come. I think I will go back there again, actually. I was totally impressed by it. And,
it's good.
Happy to go back.
Very relaxed now.
All right, it's off to have lunch. Gonna have bún chả Hanoi.
It says bún chả now.
This place was bloody hot.
Chào em. Em móc cái không?
Mopke is one item, I suppose. Fun, he talks about the word fun, which is one plate. You can use either one, mop fun, mopke.
Đi bộ à? Đi bộ à?
We've got noodles, we've got barbecue pork, various styles of barbecue pork in a soup. Fellas just asking me where I live.
Tôi sang ở đây 13 năm rồi á.
Ôi chà,
Ôi ơi.
quá tuyệt vời.
Tôi muốn móc cây mình về á.
Mang một phần mang về à?
Móc một phần mình về á.
Dạ.
Tôi muốn ăn bún chả Hanoi á.
Vâng ạ.
Phải không?
Dạ ok. Đây muỗng đây thì dạ. Có nắng không? Việt Nam nắng không? Hôm nay thời tiết nắng.
Nắng quá mẹ. Hôm nay nắng quá.
Dạ. Một hộp mang về.
So he said, mop fun mang ve, so one plate, take home. which I'm buying for my dear princess of a wife who's at home waiting for me. Hopefully worrying about me because I'm out on my own on the street with a broken collarbone. This is great. Doesn't look very like when you eat it because it's so much of your stuff in your mouth. You know, all that salad. And he mixed the salad really well. Small bowl there is a mixture of chili and garlic, which you put in the soup. So in there goes some noodles, some salad, piece of meat, some soup on top. Give it a bit of a mix, and in you go. As I said, it doesn't look very polite or gentlemanly like when you eat it, but bloody hell, it's nice. I will go to this any time of the day for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and I'll have bún chả Hanoi. Last time I was in Hanoi with my son and my wife in 2023, we actually went to the Barack Obama Anthony Bourdain bún chả cafe and sat beside the table they sat in that famous TV show that Obama made with Anthony Bourdain eating bún chả Hanoi. It was a very special day, and you can see that video on my shorts, I believe, if you look at my YouTube shorts. So ripping in while he makes the take-home packet for my wife. This one cost about $2.20, $2.30 Australian, 40,000 Vietnam dong.
Oh, shave, Ray Tai haircut, lunch, and I'm even taking lunch home for my darling wife. All that cost me was $280,000, huh? So I put up on the screen all the prices as you've seen, and it's back home to do some work and make another video, I suppose. So I'm Ray, Aussie in Vietnam, on this beautiful day out on the river. Get a look at it. This is just magical. Can't get a better look at it. The water is smooth as anything. Nice light breeze. Blue skies with puffy white clouds. Hopefully it'll rain a bit later on. Cool the place down. It is a bit hot. Can't find a better place in Vietnam. All right, guys, I'm off home to take my wife's lunch. See you soon, huh? Bye-bye.